Alright, so the summer of 2001, I studied abroad in Ireland, and the curious thing about Ireland is you immediately think, oh, Ireland, IRA, U2, Guinness. And the thing with Ireland is all the stereotypes are true. It is, in fact, like you go there, it's like Guinness. No, Guinness. Oh my God, Guinness. Every cultural artifact in Ireland is sponsored by Guinness. Every museum we went to, every historical site. When I was there, the Book of Kells was on display, which is this famous illuminated manuscript. It's a supremely rare, major historical artifact. Sponsored by Guinness. Presented by Guinness. Made possible through a donation from the Guinness Bottling Corporation. I went on a tour. We had a bus tour. Part of the stop on the bus tour, the tour guide pointed out all the Guinness billboards and said, oh, no, Guinness, it's fantastic. It's full of minerals and vitamins, and it's like mother's milk. When our kids are done breastfeeding, we start giving it to them. I can't do accents for shit. The Dublin accent is like a mumbling Minnesotan. I can't do it at all. But Guinness was everywhere. Ireland is going to be renamed Ireland *, a wholly owned subsidiary of Guinness Bottling. I went to a music festival, a 2-day-long festival put on by, of course, Guinness. And I had to take a shuttle bus out there, because I was in Dublin, had to take the trip out, and it left in the morning. 10 in the morning, it's filled with a bunch of Irish guys who are already drunk at 10 a.m., carrying with them 6-packs, the giant 6-pack cans of lager, already halfway done with them. And they found out I was an American. They're like, oh, you're the American! There's an American on the bus! Oh, the American! Have you heard of the band U2? U2? You fucking 2? The biggest band in the... Yeah, I've heard of U2. The entire bus began to sing the new U2 album. And then they kept singing the new U2 album. And then they were still singing the new U2 album, which ironically featured the song Stuck in a Moment. And I thought to myself, Bono, you Mr. Magoo-looking motherfucker, if I ever find you, I'll show you pop. They finally stopped, and they started singing Irish folk songs, which all eventually came to the point where they would all collectively shout out, Sinn Féin! IRA! Like, oh my God, that shit's not done there either. I spent a week up in Belfast while I was on the trip. We went all over, to go all over the place. We went up right after marching season. Marching season is like a week-long St. Patrick's Day, where all the Catholics dress up in green, all the Protestants dress up in orange, and they go walking loudly through each other's neighborhoods and have huge fights. They had the worst violence that year after the marching season that they'd had since the Troubles. They had a period in their history where the violence was so bad it needed its own name. And what does it say about the culture? Where like, oh, there's a horrible period. What was it? The Troubles. But every day we would have an orientation when we were in Belfast. Like, yes, we won't be going to the East neighborhood today because there was a petrol bombing. What? You can't go to this part of town because it's on fire. It's on fire. You'll go there tomorrow once we've swept up the ashes. And that's not limited to Northern Ireland, it's the whole nation. Because when I was down in Dublin, it was a night, I was out with some friends, going to the bar. We're all in line, having our IDs checked, and this kid, this tiny, wiry guy with glasses and an orange t-shirt, just comes barreling down the street, bounces off me, hits the bouncer full on, spins the bouncer around. The bouncer's about to start laying into him, and we start smelling the air. Like, there's a smell on my jacket now. The kid is soaked in gasoline. And we all turn and look where he's been coming from, and there's a guy running down the street with a lighter in his hand. And he sees us all looking at it, and he keeps going. And we're like, what do we do? So we did what anyone would do. We went to the bar and had a nice pint of Guinness.